Alright, Shalom. Let's start by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Harakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Akim, to the four corners that pushing this truth in sincerity, and to the brothers and sisters, right, which would be the Akim and Akwat that believe in this truth. We say Shalom to you. Right, this is Daniel from Trinidad Camp. I'm bringing a short lesson. This is a short lesson of edification to men out on the streets teaching this word. Right, wherever you may be teaching this word, don't only be a teacher. First, you have to teach yourself. Be a teacher, but also teach yourself. Teach yourself first, and I believe that is the order. You must learn before you can teach. So when you learn, you have to be a doer of the word. Don't just teach this for the sake of you're rebuking people, but you're not rebuking yourself. The first person who should be rebuked is yourself. Correct yourself first, and then then you could move on and correct others, right? But mostly, be a doer of this word, and not just a seer, and not just a hearer. And wherever you hear teach, you also be a doer of this word, because there are some that hear this word is real. They listen to the word, but they don't carry out what the word say. Okay, let's get Matthew 7:24. Can say Matthew 7:24. I read from 23. And then would I profess unto them, I never knew you. So okay, 24, 1 to 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. Yeah. You're not only just hearing this word, you're going out and performing it. You know what I mean? You're going out and doing what the word says, right? Because ultimately, who's the word? Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the word, and that is what we're pushing for, right? Yahweh, and then His Son Yahushai, which is the word. So we're going out there and performing the words, right? To put our work on. What better way to push forward the kingdom? You know what I mean? When you speak about the kingdom, hey, you're speaking about Yahushai. You know what I mean? Because He is the king of that kingdom. Okay? Luke 6:47. And why call me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Yeah, why you calling on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but then you're not doing what He says? Okay? Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. As Matthew 7:24 says, he's like unto a wise man. You see? He's like the man which built a house and dig it deep and laid the foundation. Foundation is thick, you see, on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat upon the house and could not shake it. Right, so like this miss out a word there. Word kind of hard to pronounce, but if you're going whoever in the word, because the word is just hard to pronounce there, but let's skip the word, right? But we get the point, right? Foundation, dig deep, and he liken a man unto someone that dig the foundation deep, right? Which is a wise man, right? When you hear this word and you do it, okay? So that is what this word is about. It's not just going out there and teaching and rebuking people, and you also have to do that, okay? What somebody that's teaching something and not practicing what he's teaching, what is he's enlightening us, what he's Salakia, what he's as what, a hypocrite, right? And the scripture speaks about hypocrisy, you know. Let's see if I get that. Matthew 7:1 said, judge not, ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge shall be judged, and with what measure ye measure it shall be measured unto you again. Right? So what is going into is, if you're smoking cigarette, right? You can't tell somebody don't smoke. You need to get yourself correct first. Okay? That is being a hypocrite. I like going just before we go on, we just get our word. Let me look for that word hypocrite and see what it's about. See, hypocrite, hypocrisy. Right? It comes from the Greek word hypokritikos. Right? Somebody's acting a part or pretending. Right? An actor. You know? Sin of pretending to virtue or goodness. A false pretender. False profession. Old French simulation, pretense. Right? So basically, what we're talking about in Matthew 7:1 is somebody being a hypocrite. Right? It's not talking about not a judge. It's saying that the measure by which you judge by, you shall be measured again. And right? It shall be measured to you again. That means somebody who teaching the word, but they're not doing it. You understand? You're judging righteously, but you're not following the teachings. You know? So like, let me get another. Right. John 8:47. I'll start from 47. He that is of the Most High heareth the Most High's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of the Most High. Right? Then answered the Jews and said unto him, say we not well thou art a Samaritan, and hast a devil. Yahushua answered and said, I have not a devil, but I honored my Father, and ye do dishonor me. And I seek not my own glory. There is one that seeketh and judgeth. Verily, very say unto you, if a man keepeth my sayings, he shall never see death. right? So what we supposed to do? We supposed to keep the Most High words, not just teach them. You understand? We have to teach you the most. We have to keep His words, right? We are not to be a hypocrite. We're supposed to keep His word, and then therefore convey it onto the masses, right? So like here, come out of the right here, so to stay right in here. So like here, what that John 12:47. And if any man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not. For I came not to judge the world, but to save the world. Right? It's talking about the world. It's talking about the Israelites. Right? Right? Isaiah 45:17. He that rejected me and received not my words, had one that judgeth him. The word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me. He gave me a commandment, right? Which Israelites is supposed to keep. What I should say and what I should speak. So even Yahushua, he was teaching the word, but he had was to do them also. He did what he followed his father. He got orders to follow his father. So he had was to follow the word of his father and teach them. You see, even Yahushua had to fall under that order. He couldn't teach what he was not practicing. Okay? Which was what? Law, statutes, and commandments. And I know that his commandments is life everlasting. Whosoever that I speak thereof, even as the Father said unto me, so I speak. You see? So even Yahushua had us to keep his Father's word. Just say teach them. They there are those that come and they hear this word. We're gonna touch on that also. There are those that hear this word and they don't do them. You see? So like it's a famous one. Don't ever forget this one. Ezekiel 30:31. And they came unto thee as thy people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. You see, so you hear the words, but you don't follow what the word doing. For with their mouth they so much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. They're not really following this word. Therefore, how they could teach it? When you're teaching this word and you think you're fooling somebody, you're not really fooling nobody. You're fooling yourself. So like here. What am I doing? Right. See James 1:22. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. You're not deceiving anybody, you're just deceiving yourself. You have to be a doer of this word. Therefore, teaching it as your honest way, you know what I mean? So it wouldn't be called what? A hypocrite. Right? An actor. Right? And with that, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles, leaders and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Aking and Akwat the four corners, that pushing this truth, and the believers that believe in this truth, the aquas that believe in this truth, right? I hope this lesson was edifying. And with that, I say shalom until next video. Shalom.